Shalom, this is day 259 in this war against Hamas. But while the world is focused on the war between Hamas and Israel, they've forgotten. They're not paying attention to the war between Russia and Ukraine, where hundreds and thousands of people are dying, and other places where there's hunger and genocides, like Syria and Sudan and other places. People are not minding those areas. But here in Israel, we're fighting another war. Unfortunately, the majority of the people are not reporting on this, and that other war is against the terrorist group Hezbollah in Lebanon. Since October 8th, one day after October 7th, the invasion of Hamas on October 7th, the terrorist group Hezbollah has been attacking Israel. And so far in 8 months, since October 8th, they have launched 5,000 rockets and missiles and mortar bombs. And they've been launching those into the northern area of Israel, where hundreds of people have been, thousands of people have had to evacuate their homes. So there's over 60,000 people that are not in their homes in the northern part of Israel, close to the border with Lebanon. They're refugees all over Israel. And adding 60,000 civilians and adding them to the ones that have had to evacuate from the towns around Gaza, that puts it around between 150,000 and 200,000 people that are living as refugees around Israel in hotels and kibbutzes and wherever they will receive them. 20,000 acres have been burned. So some of these missiles and rockets don't hit anybody. They do. Over 25 people have died. But when they land in open areas, that unfortunately causes crops to burn. 20,000 acres have been burned, and that means millions and millions of shekels burnt. This is also terrorism. People are losing their crops, farmers are losing their crops, and so this is also terrorism. And then some of these rockets land on buildings, on some of these empty buildings in these little towns close to the border with Lebanon. Over close to 1,000 houses and buildings have been destroyed. So in response, Israel has launched and hit over 4,500 Hezbollah targets inside Lebanon. And here we have our newspapers. This is Israel Hayom in Hebrew. It says the delay of the arms only brings the war with Hezbollah closer. This is a picture of what's going on in Lebanon. And what does that mean? The United States approved weapons to be sent to Israel so Israel could use it against in their war against these terrorist groups, but yet some of these weapons have been delayed. This means that Israel can't be as precise in their attacks inside Gaza, and this also prolongs the war in Gaza. This war should have been over a long time ago, but because we don't, Israel, our army doesn't have all the weapons that we need, so the war is extended. It makes it more dangerous for our soldiers, and we need these weapons in order to be more precise. And so this is what I wanted you to think about, that we are fighting another war, and Hezbollah, the terrorist group in Lebanon, has threatened to destroy Haifa if Israel decides to bring up the level of their retaliation against the Hezbollah group in Lebanon, because Israel's getting ready to do a major invasion in Lebanon. But so the terrorist group Hezbollah has threatened to invade all the way down to Haifa and all around the Galilee. So these are points to pray about, and this is what you need to be aware of in case you hear some protesting or watch protests around the United States and other places where Israel, protesting against Israel's invasion inside Hezbollah. It is only, if they do, it is because they're trying to defend themselves. Hezbollah should not be attacking Israel. This is not a war. Our war is with Hamas, but yet they have been launching missiles and rockets for 8 months. And they are defying the UN resolution that calls for no military presence between the Israeli-Lebanon war and the river Litani River, which is roughly about 10 kilometers. There should not be military presence, but yet the Hezbollah terrorist group is inside this area and is launching terrorism against Israel. Please keep this in mind as you pray for Israel, and I wish you a nice, beautiful weekend. Shabbat Shalom from Jerusalem.